Hey everyone.
Wait, we're recording?
No, we
Who's
would never be
recording?
recording before everyone was ready. Why would we do that?
Wait, but who did we agree? Who's recording? I
I'm
guess Ryan
recording.
is.
What's
Oh.
up? Hey, everybody. Anyway, hey everyone.
Excuse me.
It's we talking on a Wednesday. Got it. First try. Austin, cut that.
Hi.
No.
Hey everyone. Welcome to We Talk Wednesday. It's your boy Ryan here, joined by.
Matt.
I woke up 10 minutes ago.
That was Austin.
I'm Andre.
That's Andre. He's the new one for the week.
How are ya?
So Andre.
What's up?
What things that aren't related to anything crazy are happening in your life this week?
Nothing. I went to work.
Alright.
I used to have coronavirus.
What? What? We don't talk about. Huh?
Corona. More like Kahona.
Why? We don't get. Why? We're not monetized anyway. Who gives a shit?
I just don't know if I want to talk about how the world is currently on fire right now, is all.
We're making less of a penny every day.
First of all, we are sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Also,
It's
thanks,
not
Raid
good.
Shadow
No.
Legends.
Also, Raid Shadow Legends, please sponsor us, please. I beg of you.
Yeah, give us
Yeah.
a sponsorship, Raid.
If they somehow, I'll send this video to them,
them
this
directly?
fully
Yeah.
unedited video to them.
It's pretty edited.
No. I'm gonna send the unedited version to them.
Oh no. Oh hey Matt.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Is there something you wanted to talk about?
Oh, man, let me tell you. Great news in the gaming community that happened this week. The legend Lol Tyler 1 is back to streaming. After taking 1,800 games and multiple months to hit Challenger, the legend has hit Challenger on Jungle, proving that it's a useless role and it's always jungle diff.
Either that or he's just very talented at the game. One of those two. Who knows?
He's also
No,
very
it's always
talented.
jungle diff. Don't even.
Also, another semi-popular streamer who's bad at the game, known as NightBlue3, made a bet on his own that if he didn't hit Challenger a week after Tyler 1 did, that he would gift Tyler 1 1,000 subs, which is $5,000 for anyone who doesn't know. He would also then publicly admit that he is the better jungler and have that on the record forever, and he would stop playing League of Legends for an inserted amount of time. I'll have you know that today is day 7, and he is not even close. So it looks like Lol Tyler 1's getting 1,000 new subs today, baby.
That's kind of crazy, actually.
I want to point out, by the way, that Lol Tyler 1 said nothing about this. NightBlue was just like, yeah, I'm just going to tweet this out and open my mouth. And it seems every time he does, he loses money. Because I'm pretty sure every bet he's ever made with Tyler 1, he's lost. In this one, he didn't even get anything if he won. Tyler lost nothing in this wager.
To be fair, though,
Yeah.
I feel like because they're both junglers, right?
No.
I feel like Nightblue's a jungler.
Tyler.
NightBlue is a jungler. Well, Tyler 1 is a challenger jungler. What do you mean?
He's a challenger jungler, so he's a jungler now.
He's also, this is his main account because his ADC account is only Diamond. So Challenger Jungle is his main account.
Oh jeez.
But I want to know just how many games he played like different characters, because I know in the beginning he mostly played Olaf, right?
His majority champs were Olaf and Ivern. So the fact that he climbed with Ivern as his main lock-in champ is insane. Like the only time he didn't play Ivern was when when Ivern was banned. And when his team was trolling and he knew he was going to lose, he would pick a Moo.
Yeah, so what do you think about League of Legends?
Oh man, I play it every night right before bed. I say, Ma, come in. I'm juggling. And she's like, what? Sorry, jungling. And she's like, oh, no, you're doing both. I'm just like, yeah, I am. Gotta carry this team in my...
Did she ask you how do you use jungling as a verb?
No, because she's not she's not an English major. Also, apparently I'm haunted right now.
Yeah, it happens.
I believe it.
Dude, why haven't
Can we
Very
talk
we
about
interesting.
ghost adventures?
why haven't we started a ghost hunting show?
That's what I would say.
Listen,
We all live
if
in
you want to go
different
ghost
cities.
hunting, you just have to come visit my old house. That shit was haunted as fuck. That shit was terrifying.
Like haunted, or like
Like,
shit happened, you can't explain it.
Let me explain. Okay. So the land that I lived on was an old chicken farm. True story. And apparently the entire family who lived there was murdered. So like not only was my house haunted, but like a lot of the houses in the neighborhood. To add to this, behind my fence was a Jewish cemetery.
Ew.
So like, I had to go.
It was instinct for him to say ew.
So
no matter what, I had a ghost, right?
Yeah.
And so this one time, it was summer going into high school, right? And I was chilling, just like watching a movie or something. I was home alone, right? And you know, like mechanical. I think honestly, it was. I don't remember. It might have been Inception. I really like that movie.
Nice.
But so I was, watching, chilling, relaxing, and then mechanical pencil sharpeners, how they have the distinct sound. Hey Austin, insert a mechanical pencil sharpener sound. Yeah, you get it. You get it.
I don't like that we keep to do edits.
Hey, Austin,
so that shit.
Picture me backflipping me.
I'm right here. Also, I don't have a. I have a picture of you. Yeah.
So I'm chilling or whatever, and that shit just starts going off, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? So I start going down the stairs, and by the time I'm like halfway down the stairs, it stops, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. But like before I even get back into my room, it happens again. So this time, like I run downstairs, right? And I get to like the bottom of the stairs, and it happens, right? So then I'm like, fuck this shit, right? So I unplug the fucking pencil sharpener machine, and I bring it upstairs. I'm like, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? And then the fucking sound happens again downstairs. And I'm like, I'm fucking terrified now.
So
I'm like, what the fuck's going on in my house?
But like, why would a ghost?
No, it gets better. It gets better. It gets better.
A pencil sharpener.
I don't know why I said that.
I think it's just because it made such a loud noise. It's like you could hear it throughout the entire
So
house.
you're saying a ghost is an asshole and he just wants to bother you?
Yeah, probably. All ghosts are assholes, dude. But yeah, so then when I peek my head outside of my room, I see a fucking shadow run from the bathroom to my sister's room. And I call my dad, I'm like, Dad, there's someone in this fucking house. You know what I mean? And then so I leave, the cops show up and everything, and they fucking clear the house, like SWAT style, and then they're like, there's no one in the house, and there's no windows broken, and every door is locked. So like, are you on drugs, kid? And I was like, hell no, because that's fucking
drugs are for losers.
That's not a sinner.
Yeah, dude,
So
not a sinner at all.
So what else happened that you swear was the ghost that was in the house?
Cabinets literally slamming in front of me and my sister. My sister can attest to it. Shit just dropping, like vases breaking and stuff like that. Footsteps upstairs, like creaking of the floorboards when no one's upstairs at all.
Like an old house though.
It's not an old house though. That's the thing. The house was only 15 years old.
I got played.
You got played.
You played yourself, dude. We should get
Man.
that. We should get that guy from that one ghost hunting show. You know the one I'm talking about, the home inspector Andre.
Yeah.
The
You want to hear the best part though?
Defunks all of it.
He was
Here's the best part. Here's the best part though.
Yeah.
So one of my neighbors, she was like super believing in the ghost crap, so she had like some chick come over and like read the spirits or whatever.
Oh, a liar.
And that's when she was like,
That's
well, probably a liar. Don't get me wrong, right? But like she said all that crap. So then I looked into like the actual past using like Google, you know what I mean? And it was like, yep, there's an old family that lived here and they're all fucking murdered, right? Like literally all of them were fucking murdered. And I was like, holy shit.
Using the most powerful form of mysticism ever. Google. I discovered.
Google.
Yeah, that shit was terrifying.
Apparently, my fucking apartment's supposed to be haunted, but like I haven't seen any ghosts.
I like to think I like to think Austin just has like a friend who always comes by and hangs out with him, and it's like a straight up decapitated body. He's like, I don't know.
I would
Never
totally be friends with just a decapitated head corpse. Sorry, ghost.
Yeah, but
decapitated head.
Andre, have you ever had any ghost spottings?
No, I don't think so. I feel like every single time something's happened, it's like been explained. So I don't think I've ever actually had like a ghost story.
The worst for us is after a fresh snowfall one year. There was a set of footprints that ended perfectly on the center of our backyard pool and then never went anywhere.
Oh, sorry.
How big were the footprints?
They were person size. They were like boots.
Oh, I thought it was like.
That's interesting.
Yeah, my point
like
is that they
big
went
football.
like down our alleyway to the backyard, up the stairs to the center of the pool,
So my
and
point
nowhere.
is, this ghost is wearing Tim's.
My point is that the ghost is wearing Tim's, and it was like, "Yo, bro, check
You
out
know
my
what?
Tim's," and I was like, "I don't want to check out your
I
Tim's."
think
Though.
I'll ascend here and.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
"I'm gonna just ascend here, and I want to make sure the people in this house know I was wearing fresh Tim's."
No, but
Yeah.
I don't know. This reminds me of like I don't know why, but I was watching like an old Penn and Teller series where they debunk a whole bunch of stuff, and the first episode is about like mediums and like how they're just entirely bullshit. And I was
Yeah,
like,
no, you just say vague stuff, and then when you get a reaction, you run with it. I'm
Yeah,
sensing
exactly.
someone with an H. Oh, my great uncle.
Yeah.
What was their name? An H. Oh, it's Henry. Oh, Henry says he's sorry. Oh my God.
it's so like, it's all vague and just very like.
Yeah, they
manipulative,
try to find
very
one thing to
bad.
grab onto, and if it misses, they're like, that must be somebody else in the room. You know what I mean? And they
There's
move on.
like several spirits here, so honestly, it could be any of them.
In one of the clips,
Yeah.
they sent in like a sting guy, and they gave him like a fake person, whatever, and the lady just kept insisting. She was like, "Oh, there's a woman here, and this is what she's feeling," and the guy sitting there, stone faced, like, "Nah, I don't know who that is." She's like, "Are you sure?" She really wants to talk to you, and she's calling you my boy, even though I don't think it's a motherly thing. And he's like, "Yeah, I don't know who that is. I'm sorry."
I actually didn't have a mother. I just sort of existed one day.
Yeah, no, my favorite thing, there was one, it was like one of those live TV ones, and they were talking to like this couple, right? And it was like, you must have experienced some loss or whatever, right? And then it was like, it's your mother, right? It's your mother's talking to you, blah, blah, blah. And then the mom is literally sitting right fucking next to them.
That's
It's
funny.
crazy that your mother
The li-
died.
The live ones are even more bullshit because they have you like sign things to like,
Yeah,
like
they
who are
sign
you here to
shit
talk
so you
to?
know.
It's like they literally give you a pamphlet and it's like, "Oh, who do you want to try to reach today?" And you write down
Yeah.
who it is and like what happened to them, and they just go to the back and like in an earpiece tell them. It's so
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucked.
So if you're a mystic out there, hit us up.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh damn, Andre, you went a very different direction.
Yeah, it's so hostile.
All right, well,
Actually, real talk.
yeah,
If there is a mystic out there and you think you're legit, like hit us up.
yeah, hit us
I
up.
wanna know.
We'll prove you wrong.
Come into our Discord chat and then.
on the subject of speaking about fake things, what are your guys' thoughts about Bigfoot?
Bigfoot's real.
How dare you?
I believe in it.
It's real.
I believe in
What else
it.
is
Dude,
Bigfoot?
my reasoning, right? It's not that like
Okay.
Bigfoot has like it's like I think a species of similar creatures exists, right? And my reasoning, right, is we are constantly discovering new shit, right? And if there's an actual like intelligent creature that like doesn't want to be fucked with, they could just be like, fuck off. You know what I mean? Because like think about it. Hear me out, right? I think he's got to be semi-intelligent. I mean, if he's like an actual like a homo something, you know what I mean? Like, or just like a chimpanzee or something. Hey, I mean like Homo sapien, Homo erectus. Come on,
Absolutely.
come on.
I know. We're just children.
But like if he didn't want to be fucked with by humans, think about it, right? Hypothetically, if someone actually had evidence of Bigfoot, you know how people go missing all the time? Like, what if like literally like the race of whatever they are just killed them? You know what I mean?
I love shows like Hunting Bigfoot so much.
Oh my god, the Bigfoot TV shows are the worst thing.
Where
on
they
the
literally
fucking
just don't discover
TV.
anything and
Yeah.
walk around.
Yeah, well, that's the issue, because it's like there have been things that have been like, well, it's really hard to explain this. You know what I mean? Like the actual like tracking footprints and shit like that, and actually finding hair that doesn't belong to a species. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say like you might be onto something with them being like just a different evolutionary.
Yeah, I think they're a version of sapiens, like
'Cause
sapiens.
We have
or
Homo
something.
sapiens, Neanderthals, and Denisovans. Denisovans fucking died off like real quickly, and Neanderthals bred with Homo sapiens and made us.
Yeah, we beat the shit
Yep.
out of those losers. We're fucking kings.
What? No, they are us.
Hey, if you've got
But I
any
don't.
Neanderthals out there, just know that we beat the shit out of you.
I don't think I've ever believed in Bigfoot though.
Why?
I ain't gonna hold you.
Tell me.
Because
Because it's silly? 'Cause
hearing
it's silly?
it's silly. It's fucking stupid. It's so. I'm sorry. I was trying to find a nice way to say it, and I just can't. It's like the. It's so dumb to me that because it's not a monster.
It's not
Like, he's
anything
a
cool,
monster.
I wouldn't
right?
say it's a monster.
it's
It's,
not
it's just
fucking-
another animal. It's an animal.
It's
It's a creature.
It's not like the New
Yeah.
Jersey Devil or anything, right? It's just a fucking monkey.
Yeah.
It's
It's
a
not
big
very
monkey.
comparable to
Yeah,
other
it's like
cryptids.
I honestly think it's just it's like a branch off of what we are, honestly.
So
Because
okay,
from what we've seen, it can just walk upright and shit like that. You know what I mean? From the found footage, wherever the fuck.
I mean,
So if that
did,
shit's
did,
real.
did Bigfoot come from that fucking famous photo? Was that the very first like?
No, I think there's stuff about it before, because it's like folklore that people see shit. You know what I mean? But that was like the first like solid evidence or something that would spark people to actually try to find it. And then they found like footprints or whatever, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like a little bit later, a few years later, he did admit that was just a fucking dude in a costume because it's exactly what it looks like. Just looks like a straight up dude.
Dude, Bigfoot is real, and he fathered my children.
I mean,
How
it would be
many-
very
Yeah, that's funny.
interesting
That's
if
just
it.
funny.
It would be very interesting if it was like a very
Hey, here's a thought. Guys. Who here didn't believe in aliens before the government literally admitted aliens exist?
Oh, I'm so happy you fucking came to this subject. I'm
Hell
so
yeah.
happy.
Oh no.
Just think about it.
DeLonge
Anyone-
invented aliens.
Hey guys, if you don't know who
Put the
Tom
shit
DeLonge
in.
is, Tom DeLonge is is the lead singer of
He's
Blink
the lead
182.
singer for Blink 182. I'm so fucking Austin. This is the one time I'm gonna ask you. For me, put up a picture of Tom DeLonge.
Yeah,
Just
I
do it
know.
for
I
me.
have a photo of Tom DeLonge. His head looks like a brick.
And he loves,
Dude,
He's
I
insane.
fucking love Tom DeLonge.
he loves aliens.
Because think about it, right? This is the perfect time for the Pentagon to release that shit, because that shit wasn't in the news anywhere. Everyone was talking
But that shit
Corona
was
this,
already-
Corona that.
That
But
was
then
already
the
released,
federal
though.
government was like, "Hey, look at this. Here we are confirming we found these things. Like it's no
Well,
longer like fake
all of
news,
that-
released facts."
All of that footage was found by Tom DeLonge's company, though. Tom DeLonge leaked that shit years ago.
I know, but no one believed it. That's what I'm saying. And the
Delano.
government's like, "Yeah, this is real. This is real, by the way."
Project Blue Book.
I just want to point out, by the way, that I don't think that anyone should ever disbelieve in aliens, because that's an absolutely ridiculous concept, right?
Yeah, I agree with that
What
one.
about the loop?
But I think believing that every single ancient civilization ever was incapable of
Oh
doing
no,
anything.
no. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just aliens existing.
Yeah, no, I just want to keep, because I think aliens existing, right? Like, that's ridiculous. The universe is fucking.
How could they have known that pyramids would be the perfect structure, Ryan?
Wait,
If they were
shut up.
black?
But didn't-
Easter
didn't they just-
Island statues probably have, like. They're
Didn't they just
impossible.
release a statement saying that there's an alternate universe? Like they found one?
Yeah, that's
do you
running
mean?
backwards in time compared to us. NASA
What do
found it.
you
Yeah.
mean? How do you
Yeah.
find a fucking alternate universe?
NASA fucking found an alternate universe.
So I
Think
actually
that's
looked
happening
at
there?
It's a
Oh, no.
parallel universe where everything is the same. I'm pretty sure, or similar. Time is just running in the opposite direction.
So
Okay.
we're all Benjamin Button.
So I've seen
Yeah.
a different thing. Looked a little more into it, but basically what they're looking for is an explanation for certain particles that they don't quite understand, and they believe that with the existence of a parallel dimension, which sounds silly as hell, but I mean it's feasible in some sense. Could be the explanation for the specific particles that they're unable to
I
understand.
don't think a parallel universe is a silly concept. I think it's the.
It just sounds silly, just like the word itself.
Well, there's a universe paradox effect where it's like, if you think about it, right? There's a literal pattern mathematically that if you go a certain distance, you will find a copy something exactly. Like there's like an entire study based on this, where it was like, let's say you have a beach that's made of all rocks, right? You could pick up a rock, and then mathematically you could go a certain distance, and you are guaranteed to find an identical rock. So that's the premise of the alternate universe paradox,
Can we talk about
where
how
if you go a certain distance, there is going to be another like Earth or something similar where things are pretty much identical.
math is
Like how people say, there's someone that looks identical to you, because while there's like,
Like the-
millions
the
of
whole
chances.
doppelganger stuff.
Yeah, so it's like there's millions of chances for like genomes and everything, but mathematically there is someone, at least one person that looks identical to you, mathematically in the world.
Do you think
So they're
rules
saying
game?
like mathematically there has to be something identical to like Earth somewhere. You know what I mean?
I mean, I always tell people me and The Rock are twins.
Yeah.
Literally the same person. And
They
hey,
just won't
Austin, can you
believe
do me
me.
a favor? Put up a picture of Andre. Thank you.
And then Dwayne next to him.
Yeah, no, I'll put Dwayne next to them. I'm gonna fuse it. Fusing. Oh, there it is. Andre the Giant.
Literally nothing has
just,
changed.
It just fuses into fucking Maui.
No,
I see what's happening.
I fused it. Okay, Maui. Maui's gonna evolve into his next form. Oh, there you go, Andre the Giant.
Wait, is that?
Got him. What else is
I-
some whack ass shit? All right, so how about this, right?
Yeah.
So like people who don't believe in Bigfoot, right? Hear me out,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
So like when new species are discovered, let's say hypothetically, right?
Okay.
Like a new species of sapiens or Homo whatever is discovered, right? Would that increase the chances of you believing it?
No,
No.
Let's say it's not like Bigfoot. No?
because I don't think.
No.
I think Bigfoot.
Like alive, by the way. Like alive.
I think what Bigfoot is
Okay,
and what it
alive?
represents to people is
Yeah,
so
no, I didn't-
ridiculous.
I didn't mean like we found like bones or whatever. Well, I guess if we found bones that like match, so like I don't mean like fossilized. I mean like actual bones of like recent times.
But
Okay.
isn't the issue with Bigfoot that we don't actually know what it looks like?
Because it's not real.
Like-
yeah.
Like we don't actually know what Bigfoot looks like.
Well, we have like 100 photos of quote unquote Bigfoot. And also, I was gonna
That's
say
not
for
real.
Matt, if we did find another species of like evolved ape, I'm pretty sure it won't be Bigfoot, and I'm pretty sure people will just say it's Bigfoot because
Well, yeah, of course,
it's
obviously.
apish.
Like what Bigfoot is so nebulous, right? Like what it actually is supposed to be is like I don't know.
It's a monkey.
Because you can make the argument that it's like another step in like our evolution.
I don't know
Right.
about a step it. I mean,
Well, I mean in the sense that it's like because Matt's saying that it's another Homo sapien type of thing, right? So it's like I guess you could make that conclusion or that jump, but I don't see it. Like,
I don't.
even with what we think Bigfoot looks like, I don't see it.
So okay, so the thing about it is Homo sapiens. We are specifically Homo sapiens. Some of us have Neanderthal blood in us, but none of us are Neanderthals. They died off. Same thing with Denisovans, which we've only discovered recently within like 10 years or so.
get it,
I think what Matt's saying is somewhere in our family tree there was the split, the same way that there was a split with Neanderthals and Denisovans.
But what I'm
And
saying
this
is,
is their evolved form, because we are the most evolved form of Homo sapiens at this
yeah,
point.
Chads.
For Chads, yeah, they could be the most evolved form of Neanderthals, which may not necessarily be very advanced.
I don't know. I feel like if we found like there was another like I agree with Andre that like whatever if we find another species of monkey, right? They're
Yeah.
going to go. Bigfoot. We did it. There it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna do. It doesn't matter what like its height is, anything of its specs are. I don't know what the fuck you call it.
Its statistical value, its rarity, none of that's gonna matter. They're just gonna
Its
call it
RAM
Bigfoot.
doesn't fucking matter. It's Bigfoot.
Also, I'm gonna revert back to aliens for a second. I mentioned Project Blue Book. That has no evidence of aliens. That just has evidence that the government believed in aliens and we're trying to study them. So that was a little irrelevant.
When people bring up Project Blue Book, it's almost as funny as when people bring up the document where there's a document, right, where they have all the leads about trying to find out if Hitler survived the war.
I mean, that is something for people to want to study. I mean, did we not find his body though, or was
No,
it destroyed?
Yeah, we did.
The Russians found his body, and so originally they didn't just like we didn't trust the Soviets, so we were like, but now it's pretty much conclusive because we've got a jawbone that has his dental records.
That's
Hey,
nice.
I know we keep doing tangents and
Sure,
shit.
Cryptid.
Real quick to get back into Bigfoot, and we can stop. They made 9 seasons of Finding Bigfoot.
Oh
They
my
did.
god!
No, you know what
Sick.
else
Holy
is
shit.
fucking like that? You know what else is terrible? Finding
What, the Ghost Hunters?
No, what's it called? Treasure on
No,
Oak
that's
Island
it.
or whatever?
What?
Never, I don't think I've.
You
heard
don't know
of
about
that one.
Oak Island?
No.
No.
So they're it's a show where they're digging a hole because they're 100% convinced there's treasure. And it goes on for like 8 seasons. and like the most they find is like a screw, and they're like, oh.
Okay, I see what happened. So so Oak Island, Nova Scotia, apparently at some point did have a treasure, and then the show was like, we can make a show off this, and then went on to the treasure list, the now treasureless islands.
And tried to dig it up because they're like, maybe there's more treasure.
Yeah, exactly.
They made 9. Wait, no bullshit. Wait, why is it telling me 12 seasons? Did IMDb?
I think the other issue, right, is they're always trying to find the branch between the last Homo something and us. You know what I mean? And they're like really close. And it's just like I feel like they're getting to the point where they're looking. There's gonna be no other branch. You know what I mean?
IMDb lied to me. They made 12 seasons of Finding Bigfoot.
Holy crap.
No, Bigfoot just ate the other
Insane.
3 seasons. Also, oh my god, you said something, Matt. I just lost it entirely.
Matt was talking about
um,
how they're looking for the last link between people.
They keep trying to find links between our ancestors and who we are now. And I
Yeah.
feel like they're approaching the point where there's just no other links.
There's
You know what I mean?
there's literally a Futurama episode where Farnsworth is trying to prove to an ape that that we are related to apes, and went
Yeah.
through every single evolutionary step.
And
He's
then
just
they're
like,
like, but where's the middle one? Where's the last one?
yeah,
And it's just
where's
like-
the one between you and that one? And it's just like, oh no, he's right. It's
Yeah, that's
just-
the thing. It's
Well,
like
you
it's
know-
like an endless search. Like when do you get to the point? Because here's the thing. It's like we as Homo sapiens are way different than us as Homo sapiens like 1,000 years ago or 2,000 years ago or whatever.
yeah,
Like we have evolved. Like at what point do we become a different species? You know what I mean?
we evolved from the old Jews of biblical time.
Oh,
Thank
Because
no.
it's like we're taller. Our bone
True.
structure is different. You know what I mean? So it's like at what point do we become different?
you.
You know
Next
what I mean?
step.
Yeah.
I mean, but that is that is the question though. It's like,
That's
how
interesting.
much can they continue to find and link?
Well, let's
into
be-
this
let's be
long-ass
honest,
thing
right?
we have?
The reason that they can't find the last link between people and our ancestors is very simple. It's because at some point aliens came down, took our
Oh my
ancestors
God.
up into their
Uh,
spaceship, and then experimented on us. Listen, I know people who are very into alien theories, so I know all about all the theories about how.
Listen.
Listen,
My honest thoughts on aliens, right? Before the government admitted aliens exist, pretty much, is that no matter what, aliens have to exist. Because again, mathematically, the chance of them not existing is smaller than them actually existing.
Just
Because the
literally
universe is ever expanding, and there's like it's been confirmed that there are planets that are pretty much identical to Earth in terms of like habitability. So something has to exist, right?
Mhm.
And so the thought is they're either lower in technology to us, as in like, they're still like Neanderthal level, you know what I mean? Equal to us, as in like same intelligence, not able to do real space travel, or they're above us and they've mastered space travel, which is what it kind of seems like from like the videos, you know what I mean? Like the confirmed shit. And so the argument becomes like, how many are there? Like how many actual species are there? And how, like, what is stopping other species from getting there? Because that's another argument. Like people view it as it's like a roadblock in some way. Like intelligent civilizations get to a point where they can no longer handle themselves, and like a World War III happens, and we kill each other with nukes. Like
That-
how did they get there and we're
There's
we might
actually
not?
There's actually a lot of theories specifically like that. Another one that I heard was we are being overlooked, like as if we're a zoo or something like that, by another alien
Illuminati?
species.
Space Illuminati.
And no, not really Space Illuminati. They're not really interacting with us. It's more like once we get evolved enough, they're going to destroy us because they don't want competition, and they already have the upper hand because they're like 3 steps ahead of us.
Well,
That was
there's
one-
another
Hey, if
counter argument to that.
I was gonna tell our alien overlords if they're listening, I'd kick the shit out of you. I'd kick your
no,
fucking
no,
ass.
no. You know who we have to talk? Tom DeLonge. I know you're.
Tom's got our back, Steve.
Why is
Hey,
Tom
Tom.
DeLon listening to our podcast?
Because we mentioned his name, and he's.
He doesn't have any
I don't
money,
know.
you're right. He probably needs something to do right now.
Tom, hey, it's me, Andre.
Yeah, we're friends. We're close.
What is he like,
We're
Santa
homies.
Claus?
I need to know.
Jesus.
You're either an alien
Wait, he's an alien.
or I think so. Hell yeah.
He's working for the
Dude.
he's working for the revolution to release Earth. You know what I mean?
He misses his alien body. He wants to go home.
Oh, we're doing this again.
It's a good meme. No, but real talk. Fund Tom DeLonge's fucking thing. Let him search for aliens more because all they released was his footage that he released prior and they took down.
So really, if anyone should be getting credit for finding aliens,
It's fucking Tom DeLonge. Tom DeLonge invented aliens.
Who's the guy who runs the ghost hunting show?
Fuck him. Why would
There's a lot. There's a lot of ghost hunting
No,
shows.
the
Which
main
one you
guy,
are?
the guy who always wants to fight ghosts.
Oh, the Ghost Hunters show.
Yeah.
Like the.
Like Taps, like that one.
Do you want Ghost Hunters or Ghost Adventures? Because Ghost Adventures.
Ghost
is worse.
Adventures, I think. Is that the one with the guy who's really
That's-
famous?
That's the one that they had a live stream, and the live stream was the worst live stream ever.
With the box?
With the box, and the guy straight up said, "I don't know if it
I'm
works
too
for your
spooked."
script, but yeah."
There was a guy who was too spooked to open their mystery box.
Ghost Adventures has 23 seasons. Holy shit. They
Man,
don't-
maybe
they-
we should
they-
just watch all of Ghost Adventures.
I'm down. I'll do it. It's on Hulu. I have Hulu. We can do
Hey,
it.
Hulu?
Hey, Hulu.
Sponsored by
sponsor
Hulu,
us.
by the way.
Sponsored
Hulu,
by
please
Hulu.
sponsor us.
I mean-
Hulu, can you please sponsor us so we
Hulu, I
can
use you so much. I will hype you the fuck up.
Yo, actually, facts though.
Like,
Hulu has
listen,
so
here's the
much
thing
good-
about Hulu. They
good
fucking
cartoons.
they did everyone real good when they were like, yo, brother, you use Spotify because of course you use Spotify, so
Oh,
here
but
we'll
they got
hook
rid of
you up.
that though.
You got rid of that?
I believe they did.
No, I still use it. What do you mean?
Oh. I don't know then. I'm a liar.
Yeah, also, Hulu's such a homie. Like, Netflix is like $15 for the basic patches. Hulu is like, hey, dude, you give us like $6 a month, and you'll get some ads. But let's be honest, just use an ad blocker. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Granted, the problem with Hulu is that it's become cable and now you have to pay for different packages, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, which kind of sucks. Alright.
I guess we've run our course about aliens.
No,
ghosts.
I have a topic. I have a new topic I want to bring up.
Is it ghosts, aliens, and/or Bigfoot?
No, it was
Damn.
cookies.
Glad we're moving on.
Cooking?
Cookies.
Okay.
What do you mean? Like the internet cookies?
Fig Newtons, yes or no?
No. They're so
What?
gross. They're so
You're-
awful.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks for that
Oh
one,
my
buddy.
god. Alright, I'm leaving the podcast.
Austin, are you here? Bad news, guys. Austin's dead.
Ah,
He's
shit.
busy editing the video already.
You're right now. But yeah, Austin probably would have agreed with us that fig Newtons are disgusting.
No, don't put words in his mouth.
Dude, fig Newtons are just like...
Yo, you know what really slaps?
What?
I honestly think they put shit in Oreos to make them addicting. They're so fucking
But Oreos
good.
are gross, so...
No, I love them so much.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I literally, alright, so I had a conversation about cookies not too long ago with
Okay.
a different group of people. They
You're
got
real
mad
friends,
at me.
of course.
They got mad at me because I like vanilla Oreos better than regular Oreos.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
because
you're
they're
fucking
better.
insane. What the fuck?
No, regular
You're
Oreos are
actually
trash.
crazy.
Here's the
Oh my
only...
I
God.
love
There are
regular
only-
Oreos.
There are only two ways to eat regular Oreos. Either A, you fucking pull off those chocolate, the chocolate outside, and you lick off the fucking
Wrong.
frosting, and you're done.
Wrong.
Or you dunk it in
Wrong.
milk. Those
No.
are the only two
Wrong.
options.
Wrong.
That's literally the truth.
Listen, listen. Just because you're wrong doesn't mean you have the right to say that you're right.
On cookies, Andre hates.
Yeah,
on
right.
Oh,
Hey,
by
is
the
it?
way-
Hey.
By the way, Austin just, I don't know if anyone saw the message that Austin put in chat, but he blew the lid off the
Yeah, I
whole
saw.
fucking thing.
I saw.
Man, right now they're saying some real bad things, you know. Like really bad stuff that probably get them canceled. Go on Twitter, cancel Seeking Nico, cancel Matt, cancel Andre, I mean, I wasn't a part of the conversation, so honestly, I am guilt-free.
No.
I think that entire sentence is
Oh,
gonna disappear.
no!
I think that entire sentence is gonna be nothing but be.
You know, the worst part is, like, now if we bleep it, then people are gonna think he said something worse than what he did, so there's really no winning here.
You just gotta cut it. Hey, we're back,
Anyway.
guys.
No more
I
cookies.
just don't.
Yeah?
I just don't like chocolate that much.
Yeah, chocolate's overrated, is the thing.
Unless it's dark chocolate or white chocolate, I don't care.
Oh, you mean the two
That's
varieties of
hard.
chocolate?
So
Yeah.
good. No.
Well,
Have
milk
you had
chocolate is just bad.
You know what's really good? The cookies and cream Hershey chocolate bar. So good.
Yeah, you know what? Yes,
So
those are
good.
good. But
That
that's
shit
white
slaps
chocolate.
so hard. It's so good. Well, it's white chocolate with, I think, milk chocolate bits in it, or dark chocolate bits in it.
Yeah, that shit is fire.
That's
Fire.
so good. That shit fire,
That
honestly.
shit fire, bro.
Like, here's the thing, right?
Alright. Yeah, what's up?
What about Chips Ahoy? What about our Chips Ahoy?
I like.
No,
chewy.
Chips Ahoy. I don't like Chips Ahoy because they're like easy to break. You know what I mean? Chewy's the way to go. A nice soft
Chewy is
cookie.
not the way to. They're so. What are you
No,
talking about?
chewy is totally the way to go.
Yeah,
The
Chips Ahoy
fuck?
fucking crumble in your mouth. All you get is fucking crumbs.
I will say.
Motherfucker, why are you eating cookies raw without milk?
I was about to say. I eat Chips Ahoy cookies with milk. I dunk Chips Ahoy cookies in milk. 'cause
That's
it tastes really
fire. That's how you
You
live
need to,
your
because they
life.
fall apart if you don't.
Well, why am I buying
A good-
cookies if not to dunk?
Listen. Don't sleep on it. ShopRite brand cookies slap so hard. They're so
Dude,
soft.
good. When
They're
you grow
so
up,
good.
when you grow up poor, you find all of the non-brand shit that tastes so good.
Holy shit, I love not being in half the podcast. Also, time to bring in, first of all, I want to say it, even though I put it in earlier as in an actual like text thing as you guys were talking. But Blink 182 means that their spaceship blinks 182 light years towards our planet from their home planet.
Is that true?
So it is.
Oh my god, is that actually why you named the pen?
Oh no, I'm just bullshit.
I could see him doing that.
All right, we have to give Austin the floor. He was gone.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like Tim Tams. I don't know if you've ever
I've
had
never had
those.
one.
What's a
I wanna
They
have
they're
one.
they're not they're sort of not native to our
Oh, they're fake?
They're an
to our
Australian cookie.
state.
They're an invasive
Yeah.
species?
They're an invasive species. I have had them. I've had the luxury of Tim Tams being in a store when I was in my other city.
I know it's really
Um,
good. And I don't
what?
know if you guys know what this
Okay.
is, right?
That's fine.
No.
Yeah, just cut them off.
I don't know what a Tim Tam is, but I want to bring up a different type of cookie.
It's an Australian cookie.
It's an Australian cookie, and one of the things. So you were talking about how you dunk your cookies in milk, which is like fine, whatever. You know, milk toast looking ass motherfucker. But with Tim Tams, you could bite off 2 corners and then drink with it. It is. I will post a picture of a Tim Tam,
Sounds.
of a
It's
Timmy
like-
Tim Tam.
Do you guys remember the cereal straws?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I remember those.
I didn't have a childhood, so.
Hey, what are your guys'
Fucking
thoughts
Tim
on
Tam.
Jaffa cakes? Thoughts on Jaffa
Shut
cakes
the
for all our
shut up.
British
Shut up.
listeners
We're
out
gonna
there.
get we're gonna get fucking copyright claimed by the ones.
No,
the
they
dark
don't do
ones.
By the
Minecraft
Yogscast?
anymore. They only do Gmod.
Fucking
Listen.
I don't get that.
Listen,
reference.
I'm gonna say it. Jaffa cakes overrated. I've had them. Fucking trash.
I've never had them. I mean, honestly, you know what I bet it was? I bet it was just because he could afford them, and it was like
I think it was like a nice snack for him,
God,
and then
just
it became their
people.
brand.
Yeah,
Jaffa
it became
just
like
sitting
it
there.
became like a meme, so he had to do it more.
Hold on, I
Yeah,
found a
it's
recipe
like-
for vegan Jaffa cakes.
But there's
I
these
also just
cookies.
realized Tim Tams are hollow. That
No.
You can drink through it.
No. It's very strange. It's a very strange like feeling. It just like goes through the chocolate. I'm posting another image. It's 5 it's 5 megabytes. Apparently this is a really detailed image of a cookie. There you go.
Oh.
Okay, so you can just drink it through that part. Gotcha.
Yeah, you could bite off 2 corners and through the chocolate or through the cookie part, like the milk
Oh,
just
so
comes
it-
through.
It goes through like the filling.
And then
Okay.
it like flavors the whole cookie, and it's fantastic. And I've had the luxury of spending all my money on 2 boxes like years ago.
So there's a real cookie. Here's some real cookie shit, right?
Okay.
Okay.
There's this cookie that's this law. You know, like the cookies that aren't chocolate, right? Where they're made of the bread stuff or
Cakes?
whatever.
Yeah, like an actual cookie.
Yeah, and like there's these cookies that are long and thin, and they're coated in chocolate, and down
I
the
know
cen-
exactly what you're
and
talking
down the
about.
center they're split, and in the center is like this fucking jam. Oh my god, they're so delicious, dude. I don't know if they're real cookies or like what, but they're so good, bro.
Can you find them so I can post an image
I
of them?
literally
People,
have no idea what I would search up. Hold on.
Just type what you wrote. Chocolate jam cookie.
Cookies.
Yeah, like straw cookies. Are you talking about purees, purettes,
I don't know the name. With jam
pureline?
in the center.
But the fudge stripes from the goddamn Keebler elves, those shit.
Those Keebler elves, man, they know what they're doing
The fucking elf. Those elves know how
with
to
their
make a cookie.
with their elf slaves.
True.
Yo, if the Keebler elves were single, hit me up.
They're not single.
No, they're probably dating Oompa Loompas.
Is that racist?
No,
No.
Oompa Loompas are racist.
What do you mean?
I was gonna make an incest joke. I'm like, they're probably just fucking each other.
One makes candy, one makes cookies.
Keep the cookie line pure. Cookie line.
Wow, I'm pretty sure I found exactly what you're talking about, Ryan, and it just says large rolled wafer straw cookie for ice cream and gelato decoration.
Maybe. I don't know. You'd have to post an image of it.
I'm posting an image.
Well, I don't see an image. No.
Those are the straws.
Those look
Those
like
are like the
cigarettes.
cereal. Those look like the cereal straws I was talking about.
Yeah, cereal straws.
It's
Yeah,
like
you
this,
should-
but
you should
usually
get a
they're not covered in sparkles.
Oh, I don't like those. Those are the cookies that everyone gets. from
Oh.
bakery.
And they have strawberry jam in them, and they're delicious.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah, I like
crustaceans. No.
You know what's you know what guys? Let's go on this little cereal tangent. What was the cereal you guys ate as a kid?
Raisin Bran is
What was, like,
delicious.
Your number
I like
one.
Raisin Bran.
I'm a life guy. Get some life cereal with some banana. Ooh,
I don't know what
shit
that
slap.
is.
So grown.
You don't know what life cereal is?
Is that like fake Special K?
No.
I was just gonna say
No.
Special K too.
I hate
I like
I
Special
was
K.
Why do you hate Special K?
Because it's cardboard.
Why do you hate everything good in the world?
Wait, Special K is really good though.
Okay, I didn't know there were so many wrong opinions in here.
Also, how could you say they're more cardboard than Raisin Bran?
Raisin
I
Bran
love
is
Raisin
delicious!
Bran. I love Raisin
Okay,
Bran, but
that
it's
doesn't mean
equally as
Raisin Bran ain't
cardboard.
Cardboard.
Raisin Bran is just tasty.
No,
It's like people who buy
I
Cheerios.
had a lot of like the Reese's cereal, the
Reese's
Reese's
Puffs,
peanut butter
Reese's
cup.
Oh, Reese's Puffs
Yeah.
by chance with their sick wrap.
Reese's Puff, peanut butter chocolate
Should we
flavor.
Are we gonna get sued?
No.
Nah, they don't care about that song anymore. Come
Happy
on.
birthday song.
can't
And then if it wasn't that growing up, it was either Reese's Puffs or it was Kix. I think it's like KIX Kix.
I like Trix. Trix cereal is pretty good.
Tricks.
Trix
Yeah.
is alright.
Trix,
yes.
Fruit Loops, Captain Crunch. Oh, Captain Crunch always slaps.
I hate Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops, I think overrated. Honestly,
I
Oh,
agree.
Fruit Loops.
Fruity Pebbles. I love that.
Fruity Pebbles.
It's
Fruity Pebbles is pretty
enjoyable
good.
for some reason.
My issue, Fruity Pebbles became like a soup though, because they were so flaky.
Yeah,
like literally, that was
that's
cereal.
Tiny. It's so fucking small.
Yeah, just imagine time is running out. Like imagine Sonic's drowning noise all the time. And just you gotta finish that cereal.
I want to point out, right? Like, why would you ever have Rice Krispie cereal when you could just get a Rice Krispie treat? They're
No,
so much
no,
better.
no. The rice cereals are kind of fire. I think I just realized that all of us are just really boring and like bland cereal.
Wow. Yeah.
Dude, life is fucking banger ass
We
cereal.
don't. Sorry
Can't
that we don't
change my
like
mind.
fucking garbage, like non-food cereal where it's just sugar.
I'll say
Hey,
if
you wanna have a controversial topic now?
Oh.
How about this? What are your favorite Pop Tarts?
I don't really eat Pop Tarts.
I hate all
Brown
of them.
sugar.
I hate every
Brown
single one
sugar.
of them.
Honestly,
I think the only answer is brown sugar,
Hold on.
and
I
then
actually,
my follow-up would be like a strawberry one. 'Cause
S'mores.
all the
dude, that's what I was gonna say. Strawberry slept on. Nobody eats them. They are so good.
I think the other issue with two is that because every other like sugary Pop Tart is too like the s'mores is
Like the
too much.
s'mores, insanely sugary.
It's
It's like when I
too
eat it, I'm like,
much.
okay, this is the dessert, right?
So okay, with strawberry, the reason it
My
slept on
God.
for me is I don't get any of the strawberry flavor for some reason. I just taste the
Dude.
fucking the bread. I'm like, oh, I like.
Yeah, that's fair.
It depends on honestly, it probably depends on the box you get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like.
brown sugar is probably the best.
Brown sugar is so good. Oh my
I
god.
like, I like
Like the
raspberry. I like
perfect amount of
s'mores.
goodness.
I don't know, Pop Tarts
Ooh,
are like
raspberry.
gross, right? Like, why would you eat a
No,
Pop Tart?
Pop Tarts are
Okay,
great.
here's a better question. Do you eat your Pop Tarts raw or cooked?
I
Raw.
never take the time.
I
to
cannot
cook
toast that shit. That shit toasted so bad. I used to go to people's houses, and they would be like, "Hey, you want a Pop-Tart?" And I'd say yes, and then instantly in the toaster, I'd be like, "What the fuck is
Yeah,
this
I
shit?"
had no idea you could even eat a Pop-Tart without toasting it.
Yeah, no, I can't toast that crap.
No,
No
yeah,
way.
I've always eaten them just like open the box,
Just straight
take out the
raw.
package,
Yeah,
and
they're
just
They're
sad
so
as
good.
raw.
They're so
You guys
good
are-
like that.
you
Because
guys
here's the
are
thing.
very
Here's the
sad.
thing, Andre. This is secret
up?
tech. Hear me out, right? You get your Pop-Tart. You get a thing of milk. You put the Pop-Tarts in the fucking milk. That shit slaps so hard.
The name of this episode is just going to be Cryptid Foods.
Yes, that's actually a
Cryptid
good
Breakfast.
title. Cryptid breakfast.
I just want to point out that, like, why would you have a Pop-Tart, right, when you could just get a can of corned beef hash, get 2 eggs, and then fucking just have a
Oh,
delicious breakfast?
Ryan, I'm trying not to fall in love right now.
Corned beef hash is delicious. It is.
Corned
it
beef
is-
hash-
What we're talking about like, cause a Pop-Tart is something you eat when you don't
We're
got
talking
time.
about like kid cereals, like
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
this is shit you grab because you have 4 seconds before the bus leaves.
You know how in the animes the girls be running with the toast in their mouth? I'm
Yeah,
running
with
with
the-
like a Pop-Tart.
I mean,
all
you
over.
know,
Yeah, you
you know what's
get it,
crazy?
you
They
get it,
probably
you get it.
would put as a Pop-Tart if it wasn't a brand item. Because, like,
no.
people eat Pop-Tarts where are they fucking eat
That would
who's
totally
eating
be a
toast?
that
You know
would
what-
totally
you know
be a
what?
commercial though.
Speaking about toast, right?
Uh-huh.
So, like, what are your guys' thoughts on toast as like a whole?
It's good for getting yolk.
Hold on, I need to describe
I
my
think-
perfect breakfast, but right now I have a fiber bar in my mouth.
My perfect breakfast, right?
Uh-huh.
Eggs.
Yep.
Over medium, right?
Over easy.
Little bacon. No, medium. Over medium.
Over easy is correct, but whatever.
No, over medium.
We can't
Anyways,
start the argument. We're gonna get to your perfect breakfast later.
so after that, you get some bacon, right? You get some pork roll in there too. Okay. After you get the pork roll, right? You get some Canadian bacon also.
Why
Okay.
you just eat an entire fridge worth of food already? You got too
Are
much
you letting
stuff.
me? Are you letting me finish?
Buy a
Are you letting me
pig, bro.
finish? This is my breakfast. Okay. You get over yourself.
It's dream,
Anyways,
don't ruin it.
Anyways, then okay, honestly, you get some toast. You put some jam on that shit. Okay, after you toast it, obviously, that shit toasted, super nice. Get some orange juice, no pulp, fuck pulp.
Pulp is
And you're-
delicious!
Fuck
Put some
you!
ketchup on your eggs.
You're not
and your
drinking.
sauce.
Oh,
Not
yeah, he
good
puts
pulp.
ketchup on his eggs now!
Oh man, I used to do that a lot as like a kid though. That was just something my family did,
Oh, it's
and
so gross.
was-
I'll be
I
honest,
love
it
ketchup.
doesn't taste bad.
I only
It's so
started
good.
eating ketchup recently.
Yeah, I
Really?
know,
That's so
he has a
surprising.
problem with
Yeah.
tomatoes. He hates tomatoes.
I don't like tomatoes.
He's fucking
You know,
Hey,
crazy.
here's a thought. Here's a thought
Ketchup's
nobody
like
thought about.
90% sugar though.
You know what ketchup is? A tomato smoothie.
Mic feedback off.
True.
No, it's
Oh,
a
okay.
tomato paste.
I was gonna describe
Tomato
my
Mic
smoothie.
perfect
feedback
breakfast.
on.
No, no,
Oh, yeah.
I,
Go
need
ahead,
to, I
Austin.
need to
Go ahead.
counter. I want to counter Matt's
One
reasoning,
counter.
right?
All right.
Alright,
First
you
of
can
all-
go third.
First of all, a breakfast should not be overly full, right? So keep it simple, right? 2 eggs over easy, side of bacon, side of home fries, 2 slices of bread, orange juice with pulp, and a cup of coffee. That is your breakfast. That is all you need to start off your day with.
I never understood those balanced breakfasts where they have like 2 forms of drink.
Like
It's
4
like
glasses. I hate it.
I always have orange juice for the real drink because that's your real drink. Coffee is not an optional drink. It's not like, oh, I'm having coffee. No, it's like I'm having breakfast, so I have to have my coffee.
I have
Yeah,
to
coffee's disgusting. You'll never see me
It's like
drinking
the
coffee.
cereal commercials, where in the cereal commercials you have a bowl of milk, and on top of that you have a glass of.
have a
orange juice.
balanced breakfast. And it's just like, bitch, you can't afford all that. You can't afford a grapefruit. What are you talking about? I like grapefruit, by the way. It's pretty good. No,
What's your breakfast, Austin?
so, big ass bowl. I'm about to counteract Ryan. Fuck you. I want to have the fullest breakfast ever. I want to be.
There you go.
So
There
what,
you
you
go.
gonna fall
Yeah, I want to be full.
asleep?
It's breakfast. I want to be full.
Back to sleep. I get a big bowl. It's filled to the brim with crispy corned beef and hash, like to the point, it's crispy, it's good, it's delicious. Some toast with butter on it, like as much bacon as you could possibly fathom. Cup of coffee. In general, my cups of coffee are usually around like 4 cups of coffee and 1 cup, so it still counts as 1 cup in all legal senses.
Yeah, believe it.
Yeah, Austin has a problem where he is horribly addicted to coffee to the point that
Oh!
the caffeine doesn't
and
affect him.
sunny side up eggs or over easy or over medium, either way, just as long as the yolk is soggy, and I could just poke
Yeah,
it.
the yolk still runs when you're over medium. It's just you got a little bit more solid to it.
I want the run to it, so it could coat all of my corned beef and hash. Like, you know, I have a corned beef and hash version. It's like, oh, it's delicious, and then you got the yolk all over it. It's like, oh, it's even more delicious. And then you could dip like your bacon in it, and like, you know what I used to do? Die.
Here's another great breakfast, right?
Yeah.
You make yourself some waffles, right? You make 4 stack of waffles. You take the waffles, you lift each one of them up, you put butter on each level of the waffle stack. You pour syrup over that. You take your side of bacon, because of course you have a side of bacon, you're eating waffles, and you dip it in the river of, well, more of a lake. The lake of syrup that's around your waffles, because you poured way too much, but that's the correct amount. So then you can just dip your bacon in the maple syrup, and there you go.
I used to make a sandwich out of just like a little kid thing. It was just cute, but also horribly messy. I used to put syrup like in between 2 waffles and just eat it like a sandwich.
Before we start a waffle debate, what's Andre's favorite breakfast?
I was about to say, I don't eat breakfast.
Yeah,
you gotta have something you like.
That's why I was like skipping this with him, because I knew he was gonna say that.
So what would be your favorite breakfast if you had like the pastry?
Honestly, my favorite breakfast is whatever leftovers I had for dinner.
Hey, it's fine.
That's fair.
But I guess like the couple of times like I have like made a breakfast or my pops has made a breakfast, it's always been like just eggs with like French fries or home fries and like some toast.
Here's the debate. So we can all agree that waffles are better than pancakes, right?
Yeah,
just
they're
get that out of the way.
objectively a better version.
Cool.
Okay, I will state I dislike both, but I prefer waffles over pancakes.
Okay. Well, think about it. Waffles have built-in holes to hold in your syrup.
Yeah.
You know, pancakes
And your
have
butter.
nothing.
In defense of pancakes, they absorb whatever you put on them like a sponge.
No, because I always
don't
pour
put a
way too
waffle.
much syrup on.
Yep.
That's your fault though.
No, it's not a problem.
No, it makes
I
it
just need a
taste so
solution.
good. It's so good.
It's not a problem.
Get more pancakes.
Yeah. I
No,
mean,
'cause,
both
like,
are...
What are your thoughts on French toast though? Like real French toast, though, not the
No.
shit you put in the fucking toaster. Like the shit you actually make.
It's okay.
Dude, you put some
It
fucking
depends-
cinnamon on that crap? So
It
I
good.
hate
depends on
cinnamon.
how. It depends
Oh.
on how like sugary it actually is.
Some cinnamon on that crap?
Or how sticky it
Slaps.
is, because when it hits when it
yeah.
hits the side of my my cheek or my lips or whatever, not my cheek, my lips, that sticky is there for like the rest of my life. I
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
I
You're like, let me go wash my face because I feel disgusting and nothing changes.
I like Austin saying cheek, because I just imagine him like completely missing his mouth and just slathering his face in syrup.
Or he didn't even cut the French toast. It's just a full piece.
It's just a full thing. He's like, I don't understand.
He's like, I don't understand why it didn't fit.
You know, if I ever did that accidentally, if I picked up the whole thing with a fork, I don't back down. The whole thing's going down.
Austin stands his ground. He made the commitment, so he's gonna live with it.
It's true.
Pretty funny.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring up Mothman. I like him.
Mothman?
I love him.
Wait,
Bro,
how
so
did
we're
we
back
get
on the
to
topic of
Mothman?
things that aren't
Are we
real.
back to
Okay.
cryptids?
Mothman is totally real.
We have a friend who states that every artist is incapable of drawing Mothman well.
What does
I
that
don't know
mean?
I don't know what Mothman is.
What do
You
you
know
mean you don't know what Mothman is?
Mothman
I
It's a
know,
man
like,
who's a moth. What do you
cryptids.
mean?
And a man.
I know the Persona looking one.
So
Yeah, Persona has a Mothman. I'm gonna send it.
you send your Persona Mothman, and I'll look at. That's just an angel. That's just that first one's just straight up an angel.
That was the first image when you Google
Put
Mothman.
put this guy up on the stream. That's my Mothman. That's my
So
Mothman.
The fuck? You know,
So-
Mothman is like.
I protected
'cause there was like a
disasters.
city. There was a city who was like terrorized by a Mothman for like literal like weeks
Wasn't
or
that what
something.
it was called?
I don't remember what it was, but it was like everyone in the town fucking saw this ass.
this is some
Yeah,
background.
people lie about stuff like fucking El Chupacabra isn't real, and neither is fucking the New Jersey Devil. But people are
Goat sucker, right? But the no, not Chupacabra. Jersey
Jersey
Devil was born from a
Dude, it was
Satan-
born from a witch. What do you mean? Come on.
a witch Satanist came out and did something. Ate babies? I don't know.
cool. Got him.
Yeah. I predict the collapse of the Silver Bridge. You know, like that's what Mothman said.
Why do you say that?
I just love how we're going from cryptid to breakfast, like with a consistent transition.
Cryptid breakfast. That's what this podcast is called.
Or there was also a little sprinkle of alien.
There's a little sprinkle. Well, aliens can also be considered.
Aliens could be considered cryptid.
No, they can't.
They're absolutely considered cryptids. They're on the cryptid list.
Cryptids. That's
Specifically
stupid.
Gralians.
Oh, Alamaz.
Alamaus, those what were they called? I always forget their names. Those weird ones with the weird kind of like avocado heads.
What about the baby aliens that put shitty rubber puppets in their spaceships to trick Captain Kirk?
They were a baby.
I am actually a baby.
Oh, Flatwoods Monster. That's what I was referring to.
Flat.
Those are also cryptid. Here's an image of them. Flatwood Monster.
Siren Head is a bad cryptid. Don't at me.
Siren, yeah, he is.
Yeah, I don't know. Where did Siren Head even come from?
Siren Head came from an artist that I like. I forget his name, but I'll find it in a minute. He draws a bunch of like scary photos of like it's a picture of the outside, and then he draws. Oh, I need to swallow. About like a terrifying creature like in this real life scenario, and it looks pretty realistic, and I like it. And he made Siren Head, and then small little baby men made him into a cryptid, and I hate it.
Okay.
Those Hopkinsville goblins, I like little green men.
I like the idea of just taking that out of context. I like
Little green men.
Hopkinsville gremlins. I love them. They're my favorite creature. They're 3 feet tall.
So they're about as tall as you.
Yeah.
Yep.
They what? Not manlet.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about someone else. A future.
Nordic
ghost.
aliens? Oh no.
So do we
Never
want to
mind.
jump back to breakfast now, or what's the sitch now, guys?
Hold on. I
think
you know what
we're
I
good.
want to find cryptid breakfast.
Hey, does anyone know when we started?
We just hit an hour, I'm pretty sure, like on
We
the nose.
just hit an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're
we
fine.
started at like 20. We started at like 420, 421.
Hey, first of all, if 420 you're listening,
Blaze it up, baby.
blaze it up.
I think this was good.
Yeah.
420 if you're listening.
And thanks
I
for
guess
listening.
that's it.
I don't know why you're trying to do the outro right now.
Because I want to.
Okay, then do it. Go.
Hi, I'm taking over. This is
Yep.
my show. Welcome to the end of the podcast. If you made it this far, tell all the companies we talked about earlier to sponsor us.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Hulu,
comment.
shout out Raid Shadow Legends. Please sponsor us.
Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. And Spotify will never make it there.
Pancakes!